Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Chapman Arena inside the Firebird Fieldhouse and the Holy Ghost Prep Basketball Gym, and we have live basketball coverage for you between the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the Upper Merion Vikings. I'm Caden Stewart.
I'm Jack Dobbins.
I'm making my return from a one-game hiatus, and we have a PIAA playoff implications full matchup for you from the Chapman Arena tonight. The Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds coming in as the 10 seed overall in Division I 5A. The top 8 will host games with Pencrest and Upper Merion ahead of them. They only need 16 points to take away the 8th seed from Pencrest and host a state playoff game. We'll get to Upper Merion's playoff potential after these PA announcements on this senior night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Holy Ghost in the Philadelphia area. Please turn your attention to center court and welcome tonight's honorary captain, Michael Haley. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise at this time as Holy Ghost Prep Senior Owen Smith sings our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Chapman Arena in the Firebird Fieldhouse for tonight's PIAA basketball game featuring Upper Merion High School and Holy Ghost Prep. Introducing tonight's starting lineups. First for the Vikings of Upper Merion. Number 2, Nick Smiley. Number 10, Josh Lamb. Number 13, Colin Hirshhorn. Number 20, Alan Cole. And number 23, Elijah Davis. Head coach of the Vikings is Jason Pointer. And now the starting lineup for the Firebirds, Holy Ghost Prep. Joined by the 6-foot junior, number 10, Zach Shine. 16 junior, number 3, Robbie Severance. And for the 6'3 junior, number 22, Adrian Varela. And for the 6'1 senior, number 11, Gavin McLaughlin. And for the 6'2 senior, number 21, Dean Burkhardt. Head coach of the Firebirds is Tom Hester.
Hello everybody and welcome back into the Chapman Arena where we have starting lineups being announced between the Upper Merion Vikings and the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. As promised, the Upper Merion Vikings playoff potential is a little bit more dreadful than the Firebirds. They're currently the 15 seed, 3 spots out of the top 12, which all move on to the state playoffs. They will have 28 points to make up to get to that 12 seed, with Pottsgrove and Chichester among the teams ahead of them. They will have the all-senior lineup on this Holy Ghost Prep senior night, as it is Nick Smiley, Josh Nguyen, Colin Hirshorn, Alan Cole, and Elijah Davis getting the nod for the Vikings. For HGP, it's Zach Charlin, Robbie Segrich, and Ace Varela, the 3 juniors, with Varela coming off a 27-point dominant win over the Pope John Paul II. I forget their mascot. The other 2 will be Gavin McLaughlin and Dean Burkhardt on this senior night. McLaughlin gets the start. Dean Burkhardt will not. Still out with a lower body injury.
Burkhardt's right there.
Oh, Burkhardt is on. So Dean Burkhardt making his first game back with that lower body injury. McLaughlin is on. At midcourt for the tip is Ace Varela. And Varela wins it. He goes right to Burkhardt. Burkhardt will allow Colin Hirshorn to put in a 2 to begin this opening game. Gavin McLaughlin takes the court, let's roll all the way down. McLaughlin finds Burkhardt, and the Firebirds even it up. Dean Burkhardt puts 2 on the board in his senior night. An MVP chance raining down from this packed student section in the Chapman Arena.
We all love Dean here.
And reasonably so. Great show of sportsmanship by the Upper Merion Vikings to get Dean his points on his senior night. And now we are formally underway with Nick Smiley getting the opening pass. Smiley across center court. He fires to the far left side and he has his man in Elijah Davis. Davis cuts below the rim, up and good for 2. Davis goes to Alan Cole, who finishes the job for 2 with a little bit of English in the paint. And now it's the Firebirds and Ace Varela moving the ball down the court. Varela finds Charlotte, who finds Liam Duffy, getting the start in place of Burkhardt. Here's Varela. Varela, Segerich, mishandled the pass, but it goes to McLaughlin. McLaughlin has that one knocked away, but recovers. McLaughlin charging towards the net. Now he finds Charlin, backs it out. Ace in the corner. He has room, decides not to take it. Goes behind the back. Varela fires a dot. He has Duffy from deep. That one no good. One-hand board brought in by Nick Smiley. Again, the Vikings with an all-senior starting lineup. The Firebirds with all upperclassmen, 3 juniors, 2 seniors. And it's one of the juniors fighting for the rebound here. That's Segerich, but he's just beat out by it. Here's Smiley from deep. That's good. 7-2 early on in favor of Upper Merion, and now Segerich off balance too, goes nowhere. Fights for the rebound with a good recovery, defensive play, sets up the steal. Here's Duffy, and the Firebirds with their first made basket. It's 7-4. 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. The opening 2 are gone. 7-4 in favor of Upper Merion. Nick Smiley has led the offense so far. He has that one pickpocketed away. And it's Ace Varela getting another scorecard for the first time today and drawing the foul in the paint. Varela has done it all this season, been the Firebirds Player of the Year last year. And as Jack has said countless times throughout the year, he has stepped up. He's even stepped up his game this year. Looking for the assist there. Duffy decides to take the shot. Duffy to the middle and it's deflected away by Smiley. Good defensive stand by the Vikings, but the Firebirds will retain possession.
Very interesting game we have here so far. A lack of real scoring besides the 3. Just a really weird defensive results. Balls going out of bounds, weird steals. Teams need to get back to the fundamentals soon.
2.5 minutes gone in this opening quarter. Gavin McLaughlin backs up the pass and he finds Varela in motion. Duffy goes back down to McLaughlin. McLaughlin into open space. Gavin McLaughlin doing it himself and draws the foul.
McLaughlin moving nicely into the paint and finally putting up the shot, not getting it, but getting the foul shots.
McLaughlin, one of the 2 seniors on in the lineup, with Dean Burkhardt being the second. McLaughlin will go to the line to shoot 2.
Now both seniors are on the board. McLaughlin makes his first.
McLaughlin with 1, as you said. Dean Burkhardt got the opening 2 of the game for HGP, their first basket. That tied the game up to 2. The Firebirds are going to get within 1 of their second tie. McLaughlin goes 1 for 2. Smiley brings in the board. Smiley by the written emblem through the paint underneath for 2. That one no good. Tried to draw the foul, but no whistle came of it. Here's McLaughlin wanting a redemption. He finds Duffy in the middle. Liam Duffy backs it out, and he's called for the walk.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be called. I saw the steps, and
He did not officially nail down that second pivot foot. Or getting the second pivot foot down is what cost him the travel. It's not Smiley bringing it up this time. Instead, it's Colin Hirshorn, a fellow senior, and Hirshorn is called for the double dribble.
I think it was another travel.
No travel?
I think so. I think it was back-to-back travels.
Well, it seems like he did both. He disagrees with one of them, but double jeopardy for Hirshorn. Varela challenges him immediately. He finds Segarich. Segarich up and draws the foul. Shot is no good, but Segarich chance to be on the board for the first time tonight after a rough start.
Along with the chance to tie the game.
The Firebird student section has been full-throated in back-to-back games, starting off with Mike Stanish tonight. Tonight, just as important for the Firebird players, being Burkhardt and McLaughlin, among others. Segarich rims out at first, so he'll shoot 1 more.
Substitution, number 0, Edwards Bowman.
And subbing on for the first time today is the first underclassman, Zahad Edwards Boone, number 0. Segarich goes 1 for 2 despite the shriek that came from the upper Merion sideline. 7-6, what a move in the middle of the court by Allen Cole. Segarich recovers, but Cole shook off a man at midcourt. That sets up this Viking possession. That floater is no good. Rebound brought in by Ace off the rim. Ace thread the needle, deflected away, finds Segarich, and that's going to be on the baseline. Segarich had his hand on it, but the pass was knocked away. Ruled out of bounds was Elijah Davis. HGP retains possession. Charlin back and forth with Ace. Varela to the middle, that one pickpocketed away. Here's Allen Cole. Cole down low for 2. Hirshorn couldn't get it to fall. Rebound, Cole, it's good. 9-6 lead once again for the Vikings halfway through this opening quarter. Segarich backs it out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, Charlin, back to Ace. Over to Duffy now. Duffy shakes the man and finds McLaughlin. Duffy goes around the baseline. Wants the return from McLaughlin. He gets it. Great pass by McLaughlin, but he's ruled off on the baseline.
Firebirds haven't gotten open at all this game. They need to do something about that. Start trying to find a ways to get around the man defense, because clearly what they're doing is not working right now.
Upper Merion's strength has been their defense. They have a 7-13 record overall with just a negative 26-point differential. They have a 3-5 road record compared to the Firebirds' 4-5 home record. One of those two will obviously be improved on tonight. Merion hoping it's them. They fire a pass up to the far side. Here's a deep 3 by No Win. That one no good. Rebound picked up by McLaughlin. Down the court, Segarich. Euro step,
Robbie Segarich with a Euro step, putting 2 more on the board for the Firebirds.
Segarich makes it a 1-point game once again. The smallest step since it's been in the last 2 minutes. Since 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and a quick answer by Zahad Edwards Boone makes it a 4-point lead once again, the largest in about the same time span.
That was an incredible shot.
And Boone with a much-needed three. Euro step again, and a mid-range floater is no good. Getting his own rebound is Zach Charlin. He finds Ace from deep. That one's good.
Adrian Varela doing it once again with a deep three.
Varela makes a 1-point game. It's 12-11 once more. Edwards, Boone wants the return feed. He doesn't get it. Student section wants a foul. They don't get it. Instead, Segers gets the ball. He finds Varela down the court, unassisted. Ace. 13-12, an uncontested 2 points for Ace Varela. Fadeaway 2 by Hirschhorn is good. Back up on top by 1. Go the Vikings. 14-13. Varela takes the ball down the court again. He's got Segerish right behind him. He goes to McLaughlin instead. Zach Charlin from the corner. Not McLaughlin on his senior night, but instead it's Charlin with his first of the game and his first from downtown. 16-14 HGP. Firing underneath the rim. It's Alan Cole. Rim in and out. And that would hit everything but the back of the net. Here's Ace. Oh! The move. And Varela couldn't finish the clip. Ace Varela with a brilliant move in the paint, but just couldn't get the relay up to fall. It'll stay a 2-point lead for HGP. Varela will sub off, but HGP will keep possession. Brandon Bass, Adam McDonald, and Mark Sindardo all sub on. Here's Charlin, the hot hand. That one was blocked. And Josh Nguyen picks up the loose ball. Nguyen finds Alan Cole. Both started the game, both had previously subbed off, and both are back on. Here's a step back two and a brilliant shot by Elijah Davis.
Great step back in the mid-range, finding a way to get open on that tight man coverage from Bass.
7 minutes elapsed in this opening quarter. Here's G-Mac. Gavin McLaughlin from deep, and the 3-ball is dropping late in the first quarter.
McLaughlin draining a 3 in the first quarter of his senior night. Student section going wild. 3-point lead for the Firebirds.
19-16, HGP on top. 7 minutes even gone. 1 to go in the opening quarter, and we'll take a timeout with the Vikings. It's a 3-point lead for the Firebirds. Coming out of the break with 1 minute to go, the Vikings will roll the ball up the court. Starting with it is the senior Alan Cole. Cole drops off to Nick Smiley. Smiley, Edwards Boone. Sahad Edwards Boone back out to Elijah Davis. Davis with another great move. That one doesn't fall. Rebound by Mark Sindardo, his first of the game. He brings it across midcourt. Sindardo to Charlin. Charlin, McLaughlin. McLaughlin cutting across, back to Charlin now. Charlin has now knocked away, loose ball, and picked up by the Vikings. All the way down the court, a great pass, but a foul is called on HGP. It's their first foul of the game, and it comes with 25 seconds to play in the opening quarter. And Mark Sindardo is the one called for it, but a smart foul out was, avoiding an easy 2.
Great rundown by Sindardo, kind of looking like DK Metcalf.
Sophomore Eddie Rosado for HGP, who's in to make his first varsity appearance this year, over by the bench, wanting to sub in at the moment, but turned away for the moment.
Maybe that's the point.
The Firebirds go in transition off the foul shot, and Upper Merion will take it away, not allowing a point. 19-18 lead for HGP. 8 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Going back and forth in sequence, it's Josh Nguyen. Nguyen underneath, gets the return at the buzzer. Nguyen, no good. The Firebirds hold on to the lead to end the opening quarter. 19-18, your score through the first 8. Slow to get up behind the play for the Vikings was Alan Cole, and Cole will be helped off the court.
Very big switch up towards the end of that first quarter from the beginning. A slow start in terms of scoring, and then both teams slowly started heating up. 3 balls were dropping, layups were going in. Just a total switch up from the pace we had from the first 3 minutes to the last 5.
Indeed it was. The Firebirds up to a slow start, but now have 19 on the board through 8. 24 more to come from the Chapman Arena. It's a 1-point lead for the Firebirds. Coming out of our second break of the game, it's Upper Merion with possession. They go back and forth, and finding the pass is Nick Smiley. Smiley underneath, turned away by Bass. He wants a foul, and he won't get one. And HGP forces a turnover, so no foul is called, but possession is awarded to the Firebirds.
Nice to see Steinmetz back in.
Charles Steinmetz subs on. Varela finds McDonald. Adam McDonald back to Steinmetz. Steinmetz backs it out now. Mark Sindardo floats up a 2. That one just left short. Rebound by Adam McDonald, and great effort by number 2. As he cuts it back, he finds Segerich for 2. That one's good. Bobby Segerich underneath the rim for 2. And that one deflected away by Sindardo. And that will cut the momentum for Upper Merion as they are flying down the court past the written emblem. 3-point lead for HGP, 45 seconds into the second quarter.
Charles Steinmetz playing in this game through a black eye he sustained a couple games ago, and just putting in all the effort he has into these games.
Yeah, HGP was very banged up coming out of the last game, with Varela, Steinmetz, and obviously Bergcotter all suffering injuries. 2 of them active, all 3 active, and travel is called against Mark Sindardo, who I believe slipped as he was throwing the pass, and that's why it was called. Either way, a close call, but the Firebirds will surrender possession. And so Nick Smiley takes over. Smiley deals it to the corner. That one no good. And the Firebirds bring on the rebound. 1 and done go the Vikings. Varela drives to the corner. He finds Steinmetz. Steinmetz to McDonald. That one pickpocketed away. Edwards Boone down the court. Stolen by Sindardo. Lunging out for his McDonald. And the easy 2 is put in by the senior Jack McFadden. 21-20, it's a 1-point game once more. Varela from 3, no good. 1 and done go the Firebirds this time, and so Nick Smiley takes over. Smiley, David Peck. Peck, far side 3, took 3 bounces, 4, and a Kawhi-esque shot, but without the make, as Mark Sindardo takes down the rebound. Sindardo finds Varela. Back to Segerich from 3. He got it.
The Trinity drains another.
The Trinity from Trinity, or with the Trinity. 24-20 as Segerich hits his first 3 of the game. 4-point lead for HGP, their largest of the day. Moving it in is Edwards Boone. Boone to Nick Smiley. Smiley backs out the pass. Now finds David Peck. Peck back to Hirshhorn. Hirshhorn to Smiley, backed away. David Peck had good defense on him by Varela and Sindardo, and now the Vikings look to reset. Here's Hirshhorn, cutting it into the rim, and he got it to go. Great move by Colin Hirshhorn for 2. McDonald and Steinmetz now bringing up 1-on-1. McDonald, just the return from Sindardo. Finds Varela in the middle. Ace for 2. That one's off balance. And rebound brought down by Edwards Boone.
Not the hottest start we've seen from Ace.
But he had 2 made threes, but has slowed down since. And it'll stay a 2-point lead for HGP. Upper Merion went down the court, and a foul is called on Adam McDonald. So McDonald and Sonardo both sub off. They're the only Firebirds with fouls in this first half. Just 2 called on them. 3 called in the first quarter against Upper Merion, none in the second. Chance of We Want Elijah coming from the Firebird student section.
Very bold move.
Potentially calling out Elijah Davis, the senior for Upper Merion, which indeed would be a bold move considering how much of Davis has impacted today's game just in this first half. There's Nick Smiley. Smiley to the paint. A floater is good. Tied up 24-24 with 4.5 to go in the first half. And Varela will draw the foul around midcourt. Foul is called on the floor. And Nick Smiley already with his 3rd foul. And that will force the Vikings' hand. Elijah Davis, the senior, will answer the call and sub back on. Let's see how this turns out for the Firebirds. It's Gavin McLaughlin to Varela. Segarich puts up a 3. It's good! Cash for Segarich.
Segarich just draining these threes like it's nothing.
27-24, and that was nothing but net from Robbie Segarich. 3-point lead for HGP. Hirshhorn directing traffic out in front. Steinmetz nearly had a steal. Instead, it's a reset for the Vikings. Josh Nguyen backs it out. Nguyen, Hirshhorn fighting through traffic. He finds Nguyen from deep. It's no good from the corner. Offensive board by Elijah Davis. Davis will get a possible, got the pass through the defense and will draw the foul. Foul called on Zach Charlin. Second foul, the second quarter for the Firebirds, and 3rd overall. Foul shots coming from Jack McFadden of the Vikings, looking at bringing the Vikings back within 1 of the Firebirds. McFadden fights through crowd noise. He makes his first. He'll shoot 1 more as Liam Duffy will sub back on, number 43 for HGP. And Duffy subs on for Charles Steinmetz. Jack McFadden puts back up this 2, and he gets both his foul shots to go. 1-point game. Here's Charlin. That one just offline. Varela and Elijah Davis tied up behind the play. Foul will be called against HGP. Elijah Davis slow to get up behind the play. He may have to come off. Foul called on Zach Charlin of the Firebirds. There will not be shots. It was ruled on the floor. And Elijah Davis will have to sub back. Or maybe not. They'll leave Elijah Davis on. There will be a sub, and that is Alan Cole subbing on in favor of David Peck. And right off the inbound, a terrible pass by Colin Hirshhorn. Elijah Davis wanted the ball, and he is frustrated after the play, but it's ruled a turnover as it was, and HGP takes over. McLaughlin, Duffy, Charlin. Charlin had contact, did not get the call. Duffy with the board. He finds Ace from 3. It's good! Varela is back to his typical self. It's a 4-point lead once again. And just like that, it's Hirshhorn with redemption. 30-28, 2-point make by Hirshhorn.
Nice to see the Firebirds finally turning on fire again. And there we go, Varela!
La Bicicleta from Ace in the paint. 4-point lead for the Firebirds. Ace has scored the last 5 for HGP. Hirshhorn, the return feed. Hirshhorn fires it up. Alan Cole. Cole underneath Hirshhorn from deep. It's good. Punch, counter punch as Hirshhorn from deep makes it a 1-point game for the Vikings.
I think something's up with these nets. All these threes are just swishing right in. Something's off.
Gavin McLaughlin found Zach Charlin. His 2 is no good. And Varela, once the Firebirds had possession as the ball went out of bounds, it should be Firebird ball, but it's given to the Vikings. It seemed to be clearly off the foot of the senior Alan Cole for Upper Merion. But instead, the Firebirds will have to play defense. Cole and Hirshhorn bring the ball up. And as the latter going to the former. And the return goes to Cole from 3, no good. Rebound brought down by McLaughlin. He finds Segerich, floats away. Robbie Segerich up and good. 3-point game, and another haywire pass.
The Holy Ghost Jr. is going crazy on this senior night.
Indeed they have, taking over the missing roles for their injured players, and they've done a great job of it so far. Varela drops the pass back off to Segerich. Segerich, McLaughlin, out to Ace in the corner. Varela, back to McLaughlin, shakes off a man. Gavin McLaughlin just couldn't get the bounce. Great move by McLaughlin, find open space though, and now Hirshhorn fades away. Hirshhorn, Cole, and Cole back to Elijah Davis. Credit to Davis's toughness for fighting through that, fighting through injury in the last possession, and now staying on to finish for 2. Back within 1 go the Vikings. Here's Varela, Sendardo, high archer, it's good.
Stendardo goes Bombardo once again for the Firebirds.
37-33 on HGP on top. Back and forth we go in the Chapman Arena. Zahad Edwards Boone from 3, that one no good. And the Firebirds with a chance to get their largest lead of the day, currently sits at 4. Here's Sendardo. McLaughlin wants the return. He got it. Up and good for 2 by Mark Sendardo. 5 in a row for Mark Easton. 6-point lead for HGP.
Sendardo, the academic weapon, turning on the Jets over the last minute.
Colin and Hirshhorn to the far side. Davis through the cheers. Davis, Cole, corner for 3, no good. Rebound, Cole, what a shot! Unbelievable shot by Zahad Edwards Boone in the paint.
Circus shot, getting hit mid-rebound, putting it up, and still draining it. What a play that was.
And Duffy is called for the foul. Edwards Boone with the and 1, and that was a ridiculous shot by Boone in the paint. Easily one of the best shots of the day. Boone completes the 3-point play, and it's now a 3-point lead for the Firebirds. Varela slicing it through, thread the needle to Charlotte, who has the same to Segerich. It's good again!
Segerich, the witch, making magic from 3! What a shot!
Robbie Segerich, his 3rd of the day from deep, all in the 2nd quarter. We've seen him have big quarters before. The Firebirds need it today. Turnaround 2 is no good by Cole. Hirshhorn is rejected, but a whistle sounds. 2.2 on the clock, and a foul will be called on HGP. As McLaughlin, the senior, getting called for the foul. The Vikings will drop everyone back besides the shooter, Colin Hirshhorn, who will shoot 2. Hirshhorn makes his first 5-point lead for HGP. Firebirds will have a quick catch and release shot with 2.2 on the clock coming after this foul shot. Make or miss. Hirshhorn gets it to go. 4-point game. Here's Ace. Ace from half court. Good if it goes, and it does not quite hit the backboard. So Varela's half court heave at the buzzer is offline, but the Firebirds go into the bench. Or Firebirds go to the locker room, pardon me, with a 4-point lead over playoff contender Upper Merion.
I've loved the way this game's going. Neck and neck the entire way. Both teams putting up a stellar fight. Threes getting drained from all over the place. Crazy circus shots. I'm loving everything about this game.
Both sides with absolutely amazing work from three, but in the paint as well. Defense has been on point when it has to be. Neither side getting out to more than a 6-point lead in this game, with the Firebirds holding that PR for today. Again, I commend Upper Merion for their show of sportsmanship in the start of the game for allowing Dean Bergkamp to go on the floor and score his 2 points to get points on the board on his senior night. We'll be back for a second half action in this back and forth playoff implication bowl game. 42-38, Firebirds lead through 16 with 16 more to go. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chapman Arena where we have second half action between the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the Upper Merion Vikings. Caden Stewart, Jack Dobbins with you back on the call as the Firebirds will turn the ball over on their opening possession of the second set of 16 minutes. Getting the pass back is Josh Nguyen. Nguyen finds Hirshhorn and he goes back to Nguyen for a Viking reset. Nguyen directing traffic by the written emblem. Nguyen to Alan Cole. Cole, through the three-point line. Cole's a smiley from deep is no good. One-hand board brought in by Gavin McLaughlin. McLaughlin, Duffy underneath, draws the foul.
Interesting start to the second half.
It's been a little bit slow. McLaughlin a chance to get, Liam Duffy a chance to get the first points in the first second half for the Firebirds. And overall. First shot is up and good, so 1 for 1 from the free line goes Duffy. Duffy 2 for 2 with a 6-point lead for HGP. They match their highest of the game. And Alan Cole looking to change that. Cole to Hirshhorn. Back to Cole. And now on a drop to Josh Nguyen. Cole in the corner. Over to the middle to Elijah Davis. Davis has been called out by the Firebird crowd today. Trying to answer the call there. He will draw the foul and will go to the line.
Duffy's defense being a bit close, causing the foul to be drawn.
But Duffy with a good job in the paint, able to force out Elijah Davis. And the senior will go to the line. For 1 goes Davis to start his first visit. Davis for the second, and he goes 0 for 2. The student section erupts at the second miss. No free Chick-fil-A nuggets for 2 misses today, but the Firebird student section is in full throat regardless. Here's McLaughlin from deep, that one no good. Trying to get a pickpocket steal on the turnaround, and a 2-pointer is good by Elijah Davis. Redemption 2 in the paint. He got a lucky bounce past Varela. Varela wants redemption on the zone. He finds Charlin, and Charlin draws a defensive foul.
I'm loving the energy from the Stanish student section today.
And Mike Stanish student section named in honor of the Holy Ghost Prep grounds crew member. Worked here for 30 years. Sadly passed away last year. But the student section living up to its name and his name this last 2 nights. Here's Liam Duffy for 2, almost falls, but no good. And another foul is called against the Vikings. Vikings sideline in disbelief. That one certainly seemed weird.
Elijah Davis looking flabbergasted after that call.
Davis flabbergasted, as you said. And Liam Duffy will try to bring the Firebirds back up to 6. Of course, I had to say something. Misses his first, he'll shoot 1 more. 44-48 should be on top. Duffy goes 0 for 2. Varela fights for the rebound, but just didn't win the battle. Here's Nguyen for 3. Got contact, no foul was called. Fighting for the rebound is Smiley. Duffy wins the fight. And he finds McLaughlin down the court. McLaughlin, Segerich, back out to Ace. Ace, stutter step, now finds Charlin. Charlin slicing through. Charlin took heavy contact, no whistle. Probably the right calls. There's a lot of jumbled up legs in the middle. Here's a long 3 with an answer, no good. Tipped away by Hirshhorn, a good play by him. Gets the return feed, no good for 2. Charlin with the steal, down the court goes HGP. Here's McLaughlin back to Varela in transition. And Varela gives me a second to take a breath. He finds Charlin, who makes a man miss. Now to McLaughlin from deep, no good. And no one in the paint for the rebound. Alan Cole takes it up. Cole, Hirshhorn, back to Nick Smiley. Smiley to Josh Nguyen. And Nguyen back to Alan Cole for a Viking reset.
All of a sudden in the third, none of the threes are dropping.
Cole back to Hirshhorn. Hirshhorn trying to spin out of defensive coverage by Charlin. He will. He finds Alan Cole. Cole does the same fadeaway to Alan Cole. The lead is down to 2. It's a 6-2 run for the Vikings over the last 90 seconds. Segrich to Varela to Duffy now. Cross country, Duffy tried to make a charge in. Mishandled the pass to Charlin. They will not go out of play. Here's Cole all the way down, and he just couldn't get the layup to fall.
Sold the clip.
Varela gave him the easy lane, and just was able to capitalize. Here's a thread the needle pass by Varela to Charlin, and that one no good. And Charlin's been taking a beating, but has not gotten many whistles. Reverse 2 is no good by number 2, Nick Smiley. And he draws the whistle in the paint.
I've noticed one thing about this Upper Merion team. They're very good at getting offensive rebounds. Specifically offensive. Guys are constantly putting up shots and getting their own rebounds or getting their teammates' rebound as the ball goes short. That's one thing I've noticed about this team, and it's a great quality to have.
Offensive boards have been key for the Firebirds all season. They've been even more key for the Vikings, especially here today. That is the main reason why they have a chance to tie the game up here, down by 1, 44-43. 2 for 2 at the line goes Nick Smiley. 4:15 to play in the third. We're knotted at 44. McDonald backs it out to McLaughlin and goes right back to Adam McDonald. McDonald back and forth. Instead of driving to the net, he finds Ace. Ace slicing through, draws the foul and one. Varela's first shot attempt on the second half will fall, and it's a 2-point game in favor of HGP. Ace will have a chance to make it a 3.
Great to see Varela doing what doing what he does best, which is scoring.
Scoring, rebounding, assisting, Varela does it all.
Basically everything.
He's had somewhat of an off day today, and even then, double disappointers.
That last shot confused me.
Lane violation was called, I believe.
Gotcha.
Substitution, at least. One foul shot coming from Varela on the and one play. The one and only is good. And Ace completes said 3-point play. It's a 3-point lead for HGP. And the Vikings will take over back on offense. Alan Cole brings it up across the half-court line. Cole, Josh Nguyen. Nguyen cuts back and forth. Nguyen back out to Cole in the corner. By the baseline and the sideline. Cole slicing back and forth into no man's land and brought back in by the starter, Nick Smiley. Smiley driving to the rim, no good. Tipped up in the air. McDonald couldn't bring it in. Here's a loose ball rebound by Cole and an answer for the Vikings.
What a great shot. Great catch and shoot.
Alan Cole, quick catch and release. At the tie game, 47's all.
Oh no.
And now he picks up the loose ball. Cole down the court. He finds Smiley. Smiley backs it out. Gets the return. Looking for another one. That one no good. One and done go the Vikings, and so GMAC takes it up. McLaughlin, Sindardo pushes the man off of him. Does so well. Brandon Bass just barely grazed the back of the rim. And a miscommunication as I think the Firebirds thought Charlin was on the court. He was not then. He subs on now for Gavin McLaughlin.
Very interesting chain of events there for the Firebirds. Definitely not going their way.
Under 3 to go in the third quarter. 9 at 47 all. Elijah Davis getting pulled back onto the court by the Firebird student section. The Viking coaches not seeming to hear it at the moment. Varela brings it down. Varela, Sindardo, cross country, and Mark Sindardo with a new season high 7 points on the day. Nick Smiley down the court. Smiley backs it out. Stolen by Zach Charlin. Charlin, one-on-one with Cole. Deals it off. Mark Sindardo with 9. 4 in a row for Marky Sten. And it's a 4-point lead for HGP. And Sindardo is cooking.
Marky Sten taking a large role in this game, and it's great to see. Finally getting the minutes, finally getting the points on the board.
Smiley backs it out to Zahad Edwards-Boone, and that will draw the timeout. Timeout called, or maybe not. It appeared to have been a timeout called. Instead, they called a offensive foul, a pick foul going against the Vikings. So HGP takes over regardless, 51-47. Here's Charlotte from 3, rimmed in and out. Another board attempt by McDonald, but he doesn't win that one. 1-on-5 disadvantage, as raining down the court was Nick Smiley. Now it's Josh Nguyen. Nguyen, the return feed, pulls up for 3, it's no good. Sendardo brings down the rebound. Mark Sendardo through the emblem at midcourt. By the written emblem this time. Now finds McDonald, one bounce pass. Steinmetz lost his handle underneath. Mark Sendardo, double digits.
Sendardo going wild tonight.
6 consecutive for Mark Sendardo. It's a 6-0 run for just him over the last 90 seconds. 53-47 in favor of HGP. Here's Alan Cole. Cole, Smiley, back to Cole. From deep, Cole is cooking. Alan Cole has been on point from the corner. And the senior, number 20, has been ridiculous all day, but that far right corner has been his happy place. 3-point game in favor of HGP.
It's a total hot zone for him in these last few quarters. Just putting up threes like it's nothing and draining them.
Cole has made 2 of his last 3 attempts from deep. Those 2 makes both coming from the corner, the one non-make coming from the top of the key, so you know where the Vikings are going to look for him to be for the rest of this game. 58.5 on the clock in this third quarter. 53-30 HGP leads, and they will have possession as Charles Steinmetz will inbound from the baseline. Steinmetz fires it into Adam McDonald. McDonald to the corner. McDonald lost that one. And the loose ball is picked up and stolen by the Vikings. Going all the way down, it's Josh Nguyen. Nguyen over to Cole, the hot hands. Cole to Jack McFadden. He hasn't seen much of the floor today, but he's made the most of it when he's been on. Now McFadden, speaking of, Jack McFadden makes it a 1-point game, 53-52. McDonald down the court, through the midcourt line. McDonald, Sendardo with 11 today. He finds Eddie Rosado on the floor for the first time tonight. Rosado, Charlotte, lost that one as he made turnover for HGP. The Vikings will have 12.5 seconds to add to a 5-0 run in this third quarter. It's the hot hand Alan Cole. Kick step by McFadden. Cole from 3, no good. Rebound by Rosado, never mind Steinmetz, that one no good. Just offline as Rosado dished to Steinmetz at the buzzer. And the Firebirds will exit the third frame of 8 with a 1-point, 53-52 lead. 24 gone in the Chapman Arena, 8 more to come, and a much-needed win for the Firebirds. They are to host a state playoff game. 53-52, 8 more to come from Holy Ghost. .24 minutes gone in the Chapman Arena. 8 more to come. And it's Alan Cole who will take the opening pass for the Upper Merion Vikings. They trail by 1, 53-52, and now the Firebirds look to add to that lead. McLaughlin lost the ball. Still no jump balls have been called today. That one was close to one. And now a foul will be called on Mark Sindardo, and a great sell job by Josh Nguyen as he went down with little contact.
Focus foul, Mark Sindardo, his second, team's first.
Inbound goes right in by David Peck. Peck the return, and the three is no good. One hand board by Ace. Varela, thread the needle. Sindardo, back to Ace, diving two, it's good. Firebirds back up by 3. It's 55-52. And now quick turnover for the Vikings. HGP takes back over, and Varela with 4 quick ones.
Ace doing it all himself once again. The Ace Quake going down in the Chapman Arena.
57-52, 4 in a row for HGP. David Peck going back and forth. Peck, Zahad Edwards Boone, underneath 2 is no good. Steinmetz only needs one eye to find the rebounds. Varela underneath, what a sequence by HGP, and it ends with Gavin McLaughlin putting the Firebirds up 7. HGP the largest in the day for either side. 59-52, 6-0 run for HGP through the last 16 seconds. Or a minute 16 seconds, pardon me.
Unbelievable. What a streak of plays for the Firebirds. Putting 6 up in, what did you say, 15 seconds?
A minute 16.
Those 3 plays?
Yeah. 59-52 in favor of HGP. 116 is left, or 116 is gone in this fourth quarter. 6:44 remain in the final frame from the Chapman Arena. The student section can taste it. HGP is looking to go above 500 for the first time since the opening stretch of the season. The Vikings looking to stop a 6-0 Firebird run and cut into their 7-point deficit. It's the first time either side has been down by more than 3 shots today. Or 3 or more shots, pardon me. Nick Smiley back out to Alan Cole. Cole, corner, 3, it's good. Cash for Josh Nguyen, and a much-needed answer for the Vikings as they cut the lead back down to 4. McLaughlin to Rosado. Rosado down low, Ace. Varela pitches it out. Steinmetz. Rosado in the corner. Rosado back to Steinmetz and to Varela. Great defense by the Vikings. Varela stepping back. He gets the fall. 6 in a row for Varela, and forget the off night. He is back on and on full force.
The only word you can use to describe Varela this season is a force. He is pushing this team forward to such astronomical levels.
Elijah Davis fighting between 2 defenders. Mark Sindardo is called for the foul. He disagrees, but regardless, it'll be the senior Elijah Davis who will shoot 2.
Elijah Davis applied for Vikings, shoots 2.
Elijah Davis has missed each of his last 4 foul shots. 0 for 4 total on the line today. He'll shoot 1 more. And Davis finally gets the second one to go. 61-56. Here goes Ace. Back and forth. Tried to go through the legs. Couldn't finish the job. Varela through the middle. Varela! He's back with fresh batteries. Ace Varela in the paint.
It's just effortless for him. He does that as a second nature. What a play from Ace.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. 10 in a row for Varela. Here's Kershorn. He turns the ball over to Segerich. 7-point lead for the Firebirds. Robbie Segerich through the emblem. Segerich to Bass. Bass, McLaughlin. McLaughlin, Varela. Why not from 3? Oh, no good. Rebound. McLaughlin, that one pitched away. And a foul is called in transition on HGP. And Rosado will get on the scorecard for such. Rosado getting the most playing time he's had in the game all year at the varsity basketball level. Known baseball star Eddie Rosado. You can almost tell with the hair.
Varsity superstar as a freshman last year.
It was a great scene. The Firebird baseball season will be back in full throat on, I believe, March 15th. So happy birthday to me, my first baseball stream coming on said birthday. And Elijah Davis will draw the foul in the paint. Davis will go back to the line, which has tormented him for most of the day. He made his last free throw and looks to do the same here with these next 2. And never mind, it won't be a shooting foul. Sindardo is called for his 4th foul. It's the Firebirds' 4th foul in this 4th and final quarter as well. They're back to just 0 for the Vikings. So that one, the storyline to watch come the rest of the game. Segerich fights for the rebounds. Second effort, no good. Brought down by Bass. Bass to Sindardo, wrapped up by Davis. Sindardo goes back and forth. And Sindardo gets across midcourt in time. Sindardo fires after the near side to Gavin McLaughlin. Back to Marky Sten. Back to Bass now. To McLaughlin. Varela subbed off for about 2 minutes, and now he's back over at the scorer's table, wanting to get back on. McLaughlin. Segerich. Sindardo from 2. Mark Sindardo with 13 on the night. His first of the 4th quarter, coming off 6 in the 2nd. Nick Smiley looking to answer. It's a 9-point lead for HGP. Smiley dishes it. Alan Cole deals it from 3. And Alan Cole cannot be stopped. Some foul mouthing coming from the Upper Merion student section. Corrected by our very own Miss Forster. And good on her. 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's a 6-point Firebird lead, but some momentum starting to trickle back to the Vikings. Segerich goes right to Eddie Rosado off the rebound. Rosado looking for his first points of the game. He instead fires to Mark Sindardo, and a 4.7 GPA play by Mark Sindardo to fire it off the defense of Upper Merion, and now he'll get a chance to reset in better position.
Very smart play, just drilling it off his leg to keep the ball in the Firebirds' possession.
Inbound comes in. Rosado to Ace. Ace sliding through, and Ace Varela just trucked the man in the paint and still gets the whistle.
Ace did his best Derrick Henry impression.
Derrick Henry could never.
Could Derrick Henry score 20 points basically every game at Holy Ghost? I don't think so.
Varela coming off a 27-point game against Pope John Paul. He's almost at that mark again today as the rebound off the 2 missed layups by the Firebirds goes to Nick Smiley. Smiley down the court, and Eddie Rosado going just to Steinmetz now. Sorry, Bass to Varela. Varela underneath reverse, that one no good. A little bit too much power on that reverse layup. And now Alan Cole. Cole is on fire today. He dishes that pass out to Hershorn. Here's a long 3. That one no good. One-on-one rebound is won by Elijah Davis. Davis finds Nguyen, Smiley. Smiley has Davis in front of him. That's where he goes. Davis in the paint. What a steal by Rosado. Rosado going up against Elijah Davis, the big senior, and he wins the battle. The Firebirds take over. Rosado, and that one dealt away. Off-angle pass by Rosado, not a great look as Colin Hirschhorn moves down the court this time. Rosado to Cole. Cole around the three-point line over to Nick Smiley. Smiley, here's a long three. That one tipped away. Bass couldn't bring it in, and Bass is called for the foul, but a smart one at that, as Nick Smiley had an easy two in front of the rim.
I was going to say it was a good box out by Bass, but, you know.
Not a great angle for the rebound, but not a great look either.
Nick Smiley in the line for the Vikings. Shoots 2.
First foul shot is up and good by Nick Smiley. 2:28 to play in the fourth and final regulation quarter. 65-60 lead for HGP, and led by as many as 9, but a 4-0 run for the Vikings has changed that. Smiley goes 2 for 2. Steinmetz fires in the rebound, or inbound. Goes to McLaughlin, goes right back to Steinmetz now. He finds Duffy. Duffy's pass is deflected, nearly intercepted, and knocked out of play on the sideline in front of the Firebird student section.
Risky passes from the Firebirds over the last couple minutes.
2:20 to play in the fourth, 65-61 lead for HGP. Ace will have the ball. Varela cutting it back. Ace for 2, it's good.
It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable.
Adrian Varela is like watching the GOAT at work. And he has been at work today, over 20 on the night. Here's a 3 by Cole. He's been just as hot as Varela. That one no good though. It's a 5-point lead. Or sorry, 6. Not good at math. 2-pointer is no good. Second effort is almost an own basket. Mark Sendardo backs out. Sendardo going for 15, which would be a new career high. And now Steinmetz will draw the foul, but maybe not. It's a timeout for HGP. Not many timeouts today, only the third total on the game. The second for HGP, 1 for Upper Merion. And we'll see if it changes anything late in this game. 44 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. 67-61. Holy Ghost Prep on top of Upper Merion. .67, 61 lead for HGP. Robbie Segerich fires the inbound into Ace Varela, the hot hand. Varela doing it himself, finds Mark Sendardo, who's done a lot himself as well today. Over to Segerich and back to McLaughlin. Firebirds still up 6, they're going to kill clock. Varela with 90 seconds on the clock. Finds Sendardo. Sendardo evades the foul and then gets called for one, he'll go to the line. Mark Sendardo, a career night on senior night as a junior, but Sendardo has been working hard all year. He's had some rough appearances, but today, none of that means anything, as Mark Sendardo has had an absolutely amazing day and has been a key to the Firebirds' potential victory here.
But if this game tells you anything about this year's junior class and next year's senior class, next year on senior night, it's going to be a party.
Fireworks incoming, and the man who's delivered most of them is Ace Varela, is slicing back and forth. Back to Sendardo, and back to Varela. Varela, Segerich underneath 2, back to Sendardo. Thought about a 3, but made the executive decision not to. Smart play at that. The Firebirds have killed almost 40 seconds. And a jump ball is called. That is the first jump ball of the game with exactly 60 seconds to play.
I think it was
in this
timeout.
fourth
I think it was
quarter.
timeout. Pre-jump ball.
And good call. It is a timeout by HGP. Again, both sides with a plentiful timeout total remaining. 67-61 lead in favor of the Firebirds. They have 5 fouls in the second half. 2 for Upper Merion. A storyline to watch in the final 60. 6-point lead for the Firebirds and a must-win if they are to host a district playoff game. (67-61) Firebirds on top. 60 seconds to play in the game. Mark Sindardo around the three-point line by the top of the key. He finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin fires it out to Varela. 50 seconds on the clock. McLaughlin back to Varela. Dishes it out, and the Firebirds just toying with this Viking defense in the moment. Finally, a foul is called. It goes against Elijah Davis. And Varela will be the beneficiary. 41.7 seconds on the clock. HGP has killed a minute straight of game time.
I just want to appreciate the student section for today's game, just putting all the effort they have into getting here and bringing all the energy they possibly could to support those seniors.
As the kids say, they should have popped out tonight.
Please never say that again.
Okay.
If I hear as the kids say out of your mouth one more time, I will lose it.
40 seconds to play in the game, and 3 quick fouls now being called against Upper Merion. And that brings their total, again, quickly to 5. And that will send Ace to the line. An MVP chance raining down from the crowd, much deservingly so by Ace Varela. First one is no good. Ace will shoot one more, and that one more could prove to be the dagger in this game, as that will put HGP up by 7. Timeout is called by the Firebirds. They'll take everyone off, including the shooter, for the moment. Obviously, Varela will go back on, but not before this timeout will come to a close, and before we can enjoy some much-needed down air. 6-point lead for HGP, 38.7 ticks of the clock remaining in regulation. .7 on the clock to go in this fourth quarter. 67-61. Varela will shoot one more foul shot, and this would mean a lot for the Firebirds. Ace goes 0 for 2 from the line. The Vikings with life. It's Nick Smiley. Smiley to the corner. Hits 3. It's up. It's no good. Deflected away. Loose ball is won by McLaughlin. McLaughlin down the court to Steinmetz, and Steinmetz stumbles behind the play. And he's a little slow to get up.
That's unbelievable.
24 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Firebirds lead by 6, but the biggest concern right now is Charles Steinmetz. I'll take a break. Coming out of the injury timeout, our biggest concern right now is Charles Steinmetz, who goes over to the athletic table with a lower body injury. It did not look good going down, and hopefully he's okay. Only 24 seconds to play in the game, so there should not be a return trip this late. 67-61 your score. Upper Merion will bring it down the floor. One last gasp for Nick Smiley. Smiley puts up a 3. It's no good. Varela will pick up the board. Varela down the court. Gavin McLaughlin on senior night. Will he take the 2? He will not. Great sportsmanship by Gavin McLaughlin on a night all about it. Firebirds win on senior night.
What a game for the Firebirds! Student section doing the wave, heading out this game. What a performance!
And the Firebirds will take a 67-61 lead in regulation time over the Upper Merion Vikings in a game which may have knocked out the Vikings from the PIAA Class 5A District Playoffs. HGP, on the other hand, benefits massively from this game. They needed to win their next 2 to have a chance to host a game. They're currently the 10 seed. The top 12 make it, but only the top 8 will host games. Be sure to stay tuned for post-game interviews with seniors Dean Burkhotter, Gav McLaughlin, and our MVP of the game. For the first time in a while, not Ace Varela, but this junior Mark Sindardo, with a career-high 13 points on the day. 67-61, Firebirds win. Charles Steinmetz still being worked down the athletic table, and prayers up for him after a hard-fought victory by Steinmetz and the rest of the squad. Again, be sure to stay tuned for action in the post-game report as the Firebirds win by 6, 67-61. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chapman Arena for our post-game report on this 2024 senior night for basketball. We have our two seniors and stars of the game, Dean Burkhardt and Gavin McLaughlin, up in the broadcast booth for the interview. I'll start it off with Jack with our first question.
Hey boys, of course a huge game for your senior night, a moment you guys have been waiting for years, and a huge win at that, pushing the Firebirds over the 500 mark, and the student section popped out in ways we rarely see, almost covering 2 rows of bleachers. How to feel that's such a massive student body watching you guys perform some of your best basketball of the year?
It felt great. I mean, first of all, I just want to thank everybody that showed out. It's fantastic. Anytime they bring the energy, I know it fuels us up for the game. So it felt fantastic. I love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, to add on to that, I mean, it's just awesome that all these guys want to come out and support us on our senior night. I mean, it meant so much, and I'm just glad we got a victory tonight.
Yeah.
I will go my first direct question to Dean. You obviously missed the last few games with a lower leg injury. So how do you think you guys stepped up in your absence, going 8-2 over the last 10 games?
People have been huge. A lot of people taking.
I got you. I just got to plug it back in. That happened every single interview last year. I'll bring it back on. It's just unplugged. Mike unplugged. We're back with Dean.
Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, it's been huge. People have been making up for my absence. A lot of leadership roles that they're taking on. I can't be more proud of everybody. This stretch they're having is fantastic, and I just love being any kind of part of it I can.
This one's towards Gavin, a constant starter throughout the year, obviously one of the glue pieces of this team, being such a huge leader for these young kids, these juniors and these sophomores, taking huge roles on varsity. How does it feel that all the work you've put in over your years here at Ghost is finally starting to accumulate into something that could be huge for the future of this program?
I mean, it's great. We started off the season with a rough start, but it feels like everything's clicking now. Everyone's sliding into their roles and everyone's stepping up, which is great. And I'm just glad to win. I'm glad to keep winning, and hopefully we can continue this into the playoffs.
Love it, man. Love it, man. Of course, a huge game for our seniors here. Gavin McLaughlin, Dean Burkhardt, class of 2024. What a game y'all had. What a season y'all have had. And a great way to honor you with that tonight. Thank you, boys.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you, guys. No, you're not.
All right, one more special guest coming on at the post-game interview with Gavin and Dean. We have Mike Holt, President of Holy Ghost Prep Student Government, to talk about this new student section and the Mike Stanich Education Night that happened a few days ago.
Absolutely. So, as you guys know, Mike Standish Night was a few nights ago. It was absolutely electric. Whole student body showed out. It was really great. I think we're getting the cane here. We're getting cut off, but it was a huge event. We carried it into tonight. Tonight was huge for our seniors as well. Big ups to Gavin and Dean, and as you can tell, the Holy Ghost Prep, the Firebird Nest is always rocking, boys. So appreciate it.
I appreciate the time, Mike. I appreciate the time for Gavin and Dean and the rest of this Firebird basketball team. 67-61 win over Upper Merion to improve the record to 11-10 and keep them in position for a district playoff appearance. For now, I'm Caden Stewart.
I'm Jack Dobbins.
And we'll see you Wednesday night when the Fire is up to the regular season with a game at 7 o'clock against Interborough. We will see you there on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching.
Holy Ghost Prep ties it up.
Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.